Namaste. Let's look at this situation here. Here are 5 panelists interviewing a candidate. This is the final interview. 5 people have been shortlisted from amongst 1000 or more candidates who applied. They went through a series of selection processes, interviews, written tests, so on and so forth. And ultimately, for one position, only 5 have been selected. And one by one, the 5 candidates are being interviewed by senior panelists for a particular position. Now they are ready with the results, and one by one they are calling in the candidates who were interviewed and they are communicating the result. So this candidate was told, "You are selected." Imagine his reaction. Great joy. And out of joy he will say, "Thank you sir, thank you ma'am." He will be absolutely full of gratitude for being selected by these final panelists. He might even bow down in reverence. And then he walks out, greeted by either friends or parents who are waiting to hear what happened, and he will probably hug them or leap into their arms and say, "Yay, I got selected." Now the other candidates are one by one called in and communicated that, "Sorry, there was only one vacancy and one candidate has been selected. You unfortunately could not make the cut. Hopefully, if we have a position in future, you will be kept in mind because you did well in reaching up to the final stage. All the best for your future." What would be the reaction of this candidate? This candidate would be completely devastated, dejected, crestfallen. He will walk with stooping shoulders. He will even forget to thank the panelists, maybe. People waiting outside, he will probably, out of anger, even vent out and say, "Useless people, they don't even know how to interview people. I don't know who qualified them to conduct interviews." Resentment. So this brings us to a fundamental law shown here in this triangle, and that law is joy, gratitude and reverence. Wherever there is joy, the person will automatically express gratitude. Joy and gratitude are 2 wings of the same bird, and they flap together. And when that happens, the bird soars towards reverence. You want gratitude in your life? Practice joy. You want joy in your life? Practice gratitude. And when you practice joy and gratitude together, automatically there is respect in your life. Today our society does not have any respect because we have forgotten how to experience joy, how to express joy, and how to express gratitude. We are an ungrateful lot. We have a lot of things in abundance, but yet we complain and crib about, "This is not there, that is not there, I'm lacking in this, it could have been better." We are always grumbling. We have good food to eat, we grumble. We have good clothes to wear, we look at somebody else's clothes and say, "Oh, he has better clothes." We have a good house to live in, we want a better house. Nothing wrong in aspiring for good things, but be grateful for whatever you have. And then we boast that I did this and I did that. Pause for a moment and think. You could do it because your whole organism cooperated with you. You became a chartered accountant because the energy inside you cooperated with you, the brain cooperated with you, the eyes cooperated with you, the fingers and hands cooperated with you, the legs cooperated with you. Therefore you could attend classes, therefore you could study, and therefore you could acquire your degree. So be grateful. If you practice gratitude, you will automatically experience joy in your life. And when these 2 things come in your life, you will have a lot of respect in your life. Enjoy the lockdown. Take care. Stay safe.